Welcome to the Novatime Technical Learning Library tutorial on supervisory basics. In this session, we will be covering the most common tasks performed by a supervisor in the Novatime timekeeping system. This includes tasks such as identifying and fixing missed punches, approving leave requests, and approving timesheets at the end of the pay period. A supervisor generally has two roles in Novatime: employee and supervisor. Thus, the supervisor will generally have two accounts or logins. The employee account or login is for tasks that an employee has, such as submitting requests for leave and reviewing and submitting their own personal timesheet. The other login is for supervisory tasks such as approving employee leave requests, reviewing and approving subordinate employees' timesheets. You may have two separate logins for each account depending upon your organization's configuration. This video provides an overview of the supervisory tasks commonly performed. There are two methods for accessing Novatime supervisory account. If you are logging into Novatime with your employee ID and password, click on the arrow next to the silhouette and select My Team. The second method is to log directly into your supervisory account. Using the link provided by your Novatime administrator, log in with your supervisory account name and the password that you have enabled. Once you have logged in, you will be able to approve employee leave requests, review, and approve timesheets. The dashboard is typically the first page to display after the login. The dashboard contains gadgets that provide either high level of information about your workforce or displays information with shortcuts allowing you to accomplish specific tasks quickly. To navigate to the dashboard from any page in Novatime, click on the Home icon in the upper left-hand corner. The most useful tool on the dashboard is the Assist panel, which displays across the top of the screen. This panel displays configured exceptions such as missed punches, leave requests for the current pay period, and timesheet status workflow summary. Across the top is the Pay Period Selection tool. Use the arrows to navigate to the desired current or previous pay period. On the left hand is a summary of exceptions on your employees' timesheets. Typically, the primary exception for supervisors to be aware of are employees with missed punches. Clicking on the number in this cell will take you directly to the timesheet pages of those employees that have missed punches. The center area of the Assist panel shows a summary of any leave requests that require your attention. The number of pending requests for leave in the current pay period are displayed in yellow in the pending box. Clicking on this box will take you directly to the PTO approval area. Finally, on the right side is a workflow summary of the status of the timesheets. Timesheets that are in open status are still being reviewed and edited by the employee. Timesheets in submit status are ready for your review and approval. Approved status indicates that you have reviewed and approved those timesheets and they're ready for payroll processing. Clicking in any of these cells will take you directly to the attendance summary page and will display a filtered list of only the timesheets that are in open or submit status. Other informational cards may be displayed depending upon the dashboard design your organization has configured. To open any of these cards, simply click on the plus sign in the upper right-hand corner. Before approving any timesheets, make sure to address pending leave requests. Look at the PTO status on the Dashboard Assist panel. Pending requests for the selected pay period will be displayed here. There are two ways to get to the leave approval request. Click on the exclamation mark in the pending request box, or click on the arrow in the leave management card. Once the page is loaded, you must first decide if you want to view all requests or just the one for the pay period displayed on the right side. Selecting all will allow you to view all the requests. Next, decide if you want to view only the pending requests or all of the requests pending, approved, and declined. Across the top of the page, you will see an accounting of all the requests based on your selections. From left to right, the bar displays the number of employees who have requested leave and how many requests have been made. The colored cells indicate the number of requests by status: pending, approved, and declined. There are multiple ways to review and approve leave on this page. We'll cover three approaches in this tutorial. The first way to approve leave requests is to click the Approve All button in the upper left corner. This is a quick and easy way to approve requests when there are only one or two that don't need closer examination. If you elect to review each request individually, the calendar on the right side indicates all the requests that have been made. If you hover over a colored cell, you will see a list of the employees who've requested time off for that day. The status of their request is indicated by yellow for pending, green for approved, and red if it's been declined. To review and approve these requests using the second method of approval, click on List under the pending box. This will replace the calendar view of the request with a list of the requests. The list is in order by the date in which they were submitted by the employee. You can click on any column header to put the list in alphabetical order, pay code order, and so forth. To approve requests, simply change the status from pending to approve in the drop-down box under the status column. If you need to add a comment or a note to the request, click on the comment icon in the right note column. Enter your comment and click OK. When you are done reviewing and approving these requests, click the Save box under the list icon. The approved request will be posted to the timesheet and will adjust the employee's leave accrual balances accordingly. To use the third approval method, click on the Expand All box in the right corner to view all requests for each employee. If you want to view or verify an employee's leave balances before you decide, click on the Filter icon in the upper left corner. This will open up a thumbnail version of their accrual summary. Click on the Filter icon again to close this window. You can read or add notes here as well. Do this for each set of requests by the employee, then click the Save button in the upper left-hand corner. Approving leave requests will result in the leave time appearing on each employee's timesheet as designated by this dialog box. Aside from approving a leave request, another option for handling leave is to decline the request. Although remove a request is an option, we recommend that you not remove a request in order to maintain an audit trail for each employee's requests. To return to the dashboard, click the Home icon in the upper left corner of the screen. The various categories are accessed by clicking the hamburger icon in the upper left-hand corner of the Novatime screen. Depending upon your configuration, you may have one or more of these pages. The Attendance category contains the timesheets and leave accrual records. Supervisors will spend most of their time on the employee timesheet pages. The Scheduler pages will contain various methods of creating schedules and managing schedules for an employee. Employee pages contain all the employee information and codes used in Novatime. Whether or not a supervisor has access to the employee pages varies from organization to organization. The Report category contains a variety of reports, including time card reporting, attendance, leave time, and labor costing. The Preference Profile area is where your email address is housed, as well as your ability to change your password for your login. If you use ESS, SSO, or another method of getting into Novatime, please do not change your password in this area. It will not work. This email address is what Novatime uses to send you system emails regarding employee leave requests and timesheet submissions. To navigate to an employee's timesheet, click on the hamburger icon. Select Attendance, Timesheets. To make the timesheet available as a favorite for future sessions, click on the clock icon at the tab at the top of the screen. The employee search bar appears on the left sidebar and allows supervisors to search or to use filters to select timesheets for review. The pay period is displayed across the top of the timesheet. Use the arrows to navigate to adjacent pay periods or use the drop-down to select a custom date range. When reviewing an employee's timesheet, you need to verify a few things. First, verify that all workdays for the pay period are accounted for. Next, verify that all required punches have been entered. For employees who are required to document their meal periods, there should be 4 punches per day. Missed punches will display when there is an incomplete pair of punches. Be sure to fix these before attempting to approve the timesheet. We'll demonstrate how to correct missed punches in a minute. Next, verify that the daily total hours are correct. Finally, make sure that all the leave requests for the current pay period have been approved and are displayed on the timesheet accordingly. Another way to view total hours worked by the week is to open up the timesheet summary section below the main timesheet. Use the drop-down box to display time by week. A total of non-overtime hours are displayed in the red column, and a total of overtime hours are displayed in the paid overtime column or other overtime codes as designated by your organization. Novatime calculates work time as a result of in and out punch pairs. For example, an in punch in the morning and an out punch at the end of the day creates a pair. Additional punches may occur if the employee punches in and out for lunch. If an employee forgets to punch out or in during one of these times, it will be identified as a missed punch. There are several ways to identify timesheets with missing punches. The first way is to review each timesheet individually. Another way is to click the All Timesheets cell in the search bar and select the Missed Punch in the Exception category from the drop-down list. The third way, of course, is to use the Dashboard Exception Summary in the Assist panel that we reviewed earlier. Click on the missed punches and it will take you to a filtered list of just those employees with missing punches. After you're done fixing the missed punches, be sure to clear the filter by selecting All Timesheets in the drop-down box on the employee tree on the left sidebar. So let's talk about how to correct a missed punch. If the missing punch is for the last punch of the day, for example, 3:30 in the afternoon on May 22nd, you can always enter that missing punch directly into the cell in the Out column and click Save. If, however, you have multiple missed punches and some are for the middle of the day, it's always the preferred method to use the Insert Repost button. The Insert Repost will allow a supervisor to insert a punch in the correct cell on the timesheet and to realign or repost all the other punches for that day. Here are the steps to using Insert Repost. Identify the date and time for all the punches to be added to the timesheet. Click on the Insert Repost button. On Monday the 21st, the employee was missing the punch back in from lunch. The employee punched in at 6 a.m. and out at 11:30 a.m. but forgot to punch back in from lunch. So on Monday the 21st, we're going to select Monday the 21st from the drop-down box and enter the time the employee came back from lunch. Be sure to designate AM or PM as you're entering time. On Thursday the 24th, the employee worked a half day but forgot to punch out. So we're going to select Thursday the 24th and 11 a.m. when the employee actually left work. Of course, you can add a note or documentation to this entry if you choose to right here. When all of your selections have been made, click the OK box and click OK again to authorize the system to make the changes to the timesheet. You can see now that the punch has been inserted where it belongs and the other punches have been moved accordingly, and the timesheet area and the timesheet summary below has been updated to reflect the number of hours that were added. Anytime you see a magnifying glass icon on a page, you can click to see an audit trail for that page or that function. For example, there is an audit icon on every line of this timesheet. I can click on this icon to view when an employee punched, what device he or she used, clock, web, phone, etc., and who made any changes or edits to that timesheet. Again, before approving timesheets, you want to fix all the missing punches, ensure that hours are accounted for, including leave, points, etc. Check for minimum number of hours. Check to make sure that all leave has been posted correctly, and then click the Approve button at the top center of the timesheet. Once a supervisor has approved a timesheet, it is locked and cannot be edited. If additional entries or adjustments are needed, and the timesheet is still in approved status, the timesheet may be reopened depending upon the organization's configuration. Click the Undo Approval box next to the timesheet status indicator. This will move the status back by one level to enable additional edits. Reapprove the timesheet when finished. The Attendance Summary page gives an overview of the timesheets for all of the employees. Timesheets can be approved from this page. However, proceed with caution. Before approving timesheets from this page, the supervisor should make sure that all the employee timesheets are complete and that all the leave requests for the pay period have been addressed. Based upon your authority, a supervisor can also reopen a timesheet from this screen by using the drop-down box, selecting Open, and clicking Save. To return to the dashboard, click on the Home icon in the upper left-hand corner. One more really important thing before we leave. If you need help on any topic or you want to watch any video tutorials, click on the question mark button in the upper right-hand corner. If you have pop-ups enabled, you will be able to see a context-sensitive help screen that is divided by chapters for administrator, supervisor, and employee. Chapter 5, however, contains all the video tutorials that we have produced for administrators, supervisors, employees, clocks, mobile device help, etc. Additionally, Chapter 8 also contains all the descriptions of upcoming webinars with registration links. If you are a new supervisor or need additional help on any particular topic, check out the Video Learning Library in Chapter 5 and register for one of our upcoming webinars. These are updated regularly and always contains the next 3 months of webinars. When your session is complete and you've reviewed all the timesheets and approved all the leave requests, click on the Power button in the upper right-hand corner to log out. This concludes the Novatime University video tutorial on Supervisor Basics.